Hello. How are you? Um, how is everyone? Stevie, I see that you're here. Typing in my website. I think that's it. https www.debbierobinson.com. Doesn't look right. How are you, Stevie? Let me get this. There, maybe that'll be right. Yeah, I guess it is right. Okay. All right. Hi, Joanne. Good morning. Nice to have you. What's going on, ladies? How are you feeling? Carolyn, good morning. Oh, it's so cold. I know I can't complain. I don't even know what the temperature is, but for some reason I'm freezing. Partly probably because I didn't have socks on, just had my slippers on, which are fun. Got my fun slippers on. They make me so happy, these slippers. So anyway, ladies, anything going on that you are experiencing? On in your bodies? Any aches or pains? Any areas? I'd love to know about that. Yeah. Really? Well, I don't like heat. I can't stand heat. Like I hate the heat. The heat when it's really hot. I don't like it. I do like sun, of course, and things like that, but I do really love cold weather. I love being cold at night. It seems like being in California, it seems like there is now. I don't know if I felt this before, but I really feel like most of the time there is this like cold period that we have, which I know for us, we can't complain because our cold is nothing compared to other parts of the world or the country. And then we have that hot phase. So I do like the outdoors. I love spring. I love flowers. My garden right now, I haven't been as attentive to my garden as I was in the past. I need to do that again. But I see the rose bushes now really coming in, and the first bloom of roses is always so beautiful. So I'm so excited for the next few months to be out in my garden. And then I'll be in Scotland the first week or 2 weeks of May. And I just can't wait to go see all the spring flowers. I love that. I love nature and spring flowers and all the rebirth and all that. So I love that. All right. Yeah, aren't they cute, Stevie? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, good, Carolyn. I get them for everyone. This is like my gift I give to everyone. It's just really fun. All right, so I am going to begin unless there's anything in particular that's going on. I did put my website up there because this week has been a summit on natural approaches for osteoporosis and bone health, and I'm a speaker. There's tomorrow my discussion goes live, and so if you go to my website, the homepage, you'll be able to sign up for that, and you'll get to watch the talk tomorrow and all the other speakers. There's probably 6 or 7 of us. And then next weekend, there's a replay of the whole entire event. So I think she has almost 50 speakers, really great information on bone health. And that's important for all of us because half of us have bone loss over age 50, and 1 out of 4 women over age 65 have osteoporosis. So really an important topic for us to really focus on is our bones and not wait until we get to that age and have that DEXA scan to reveal that. So really important to learn as much as you can so that you take care of your bones for the rest of your life. That's a really important thing. So go there, and that'll be tomorrow. And then I'm going to go over to my position. All right. So I was having a discussion with my daughter yesterday, explaining my whole journey into yoga and coming in through the physical, wanting this flexible, thin body in my 30s. That's what my goal was, because I thought it was this physical practice. Yet I would go to these classes and I would feel so calm and so good. I couldn't put my finger on the why to that. And then in the early 2000s, I went to the Deepak Chopra Center to study primordial sound meditation, which I didn't even know what that was. Learning about meditation, which took a while to actually get even that concept down. And I was telling my daughter how I tried to be so good when I came back, and I put myself in this position, which I'm going to use today, and commit to 20 minutes of meditation. And I was telling her this because I think that there's so much stress out there, and stress is the root cause of almost everything that goes wrong. And so the goal of yoga is meditation. The goal of meditation is to liberate yourself from suffering. So we do the physical practice to keep our body in a functional place to be able to sit up and to meditate, to get to a place in our mind where we don't have stress. We're not playing the game of life. So that's the real aspect of it all. And then the process of keeping your body fit to sit up in meditation is healthy, because it's a healthy spine, a healthy core, and all the things that are healthy for us to do all the other things we do in our lives. So I wanted to begin today's class with propping my body up in a really nice way. Now, I do have traditional yoga props. These could be pillows or blankets. And I want to show you a really lovely position. It's called Supta Baddha Konasana. It's probably one of the most yummy restorative yoga poses you could do. And I want to show you it with my props, so you'll see what you have in your disposal for this. Now, the bolster that's going to go underneath my legs for you may be pillows that are up. And when you put pillows up your legs, your legs on pillows, you put pillows on the floor for your legs to put your legs up. That elevation of your legs really relaxes the pelvis, the hip joint, takes pressure off the hips, the low back, the pelvis. And I'm going to support my spine with a bolster at the back, elevate myself, and allow my arms to go to the side. So this opens up the front body, allows for more breath to come into the body, because when we breathe, when we bring in oxygen, we then affect our biochemistry. And we start to shift our respiratory system, our cardiovascular system, our nervous system, our immune system, our detoxification system. So it really is therapeutic on so many levels. The posture is like this. There's an elevation of what you're resting on. So I'm going to put my block down here. So you could be at the lowest level, the medium level, or the highest level. I'll go to the medium level. And this is a bolster here. This for you may look like pillows and an extra pillow is what it may look like if you had pillows to do this. And then maybe you do have a bolster, and bolsters are great. Hugger Mugger is the brand that I love. You'll spend probably about a little bit over $100 for this. Super firm. You could use it for many, many things in the practice of yoga. Some of you may want to put a pillow behind your head there, have an elevation, or I'm going to use it today for my feet because it feels a little chilly. So any variation of something like this where you have some kind of elevation off the ground, it's also really good for the times that your mind is going really quickly, or you have issues physically and going down onto the ground is a little bit more challenging. So the body stays on the ground. The other bolster goes underneath the knees. This is a pretty big bolster, so there's going to be a lot of support here. That's going to really relax my knees. And I'm going to use a blanket on my feet. So you can put a blanket over your whole body. I like to cover my feet. This will feel really nice and great. When I teach live, I love to come up and tuck the blanket around people's feet because there's something so nourishing about that, covering up your feet. And then the body goes on whatever it is you have. For me, it's a bolster, so that when the arms are out to the side, there's a stretch, a gentle stretch that's taking place in the chest, and the chest is open and receptive for breath. The eyes are closed. Find your way into relaxation. And when we use these props and we put our body in a position, we actually facilitate the relaxation response. Arms could go to the side, stretching your chest and your shoulders, or even down alongside your body. So really see what's appropriate for you today. And then when you come here, if your mind is going quick, if you need your energy to slow down a little more, you need to apply the brakes a little more, moving your head side to side may be a way to bring you from your mind down into your body. Or maybe you prefer to not move. Maybe you already feel relaxed in this position. And focus on being connected to the breath. The breath is one of the most amazing ways to practice meditation and preparing your mind to go to that place of ease, the space in between the thoughts. Keep your mouth closed. Begin to breathe in and out through your nose. And start to pay attention to the breath as it enters the nostrils. See if you could feel the cool temperature in your nostrils and follow the breath in. See how far into the nostrils you could feel the coolness of the air coming in your body. And then begin to follow with your awareness the breath as it comes in the nostrils down into your body. Start to feel your body move. Notice where the breath goes. Don't direct it anywhere, but just notice, where does it go? Is it equal on both sides? Is it mostly in the upper part of your chest? And then bring the breath down to the belly. Feel your belly fill with breath. Feel the pressure that develops when you breathe deeper. And then breathe all the way down to your tailbone. Your next breath, breathe all the way down your left leg to your left foot. And let your mind go to your left foot, to your left toes. to the left sole of the foot, the left top foot, your left ankle, noticing what you notice, your left shin, left calf, your knee, the upper front thigh, and the upper back thigh. And then breathe to your left hip joint. Let your mind go with your breath. Bring your awareness down into your right foot. Breathe to your right foot. The right sole, the right arch, the right toes, big toe, second toe, third, fourth, pinky toe, the top of the right foot. Bring your awareness to the right ankle joint, noticing what you notice. The right shin, the right calf, your right knee, the upper thigh, the front. Breathe to your right quad area, the right back of the thigh. Breathe there. Your right hip joint, and breathe to your pelvis. Feel the breath coming into your pelvis. Breathe to the lower back. Breathe to your lower belly. Breathe to your middle back. Breathe to the middle chest, in front of your heart. Breathe to your upper back. Breathe to the upper front chest by the clavicle bones. Breathe to your left shoulder joint. The left upper arm. The left elbow. the left forearm, breathe to your left wrist, the back of the left hand, your left palm, the left fingers, the thumb. Breathe to your whole left arm. Bringing your awareness to your right shoulder. Breathe to your right shoulder. Your right upper arm. Your right elbow. Your right forearm. Right wrist. The back of the right hand. Your right palm. The right fingers. And the right thumb. Breathe to your entire right arm. Bring your awareness to the front of your neck. Breathe to the front of your neck. Breathe to the sides of your neck. Breathe to the back of your neck. Breathe to your lips.
Breathe to your jaw. Let your jaw relax. Breathe to your cheeks. Let your cheeks relax. Breathe to your nose. Feel the coolness of the breath. Breathe to your eyes. Let your eyes relax. Breathe to the space between your eyebrows, the center of your head. Breathe back to where your head is touching the surface it's touching. Breathe to your whole head. Breathe to your whole torso. Breathe to your pelvis. To your arms. To your legs. Breathe to your whole body. Feel your body expand on the inhale. Contract and relax on the exhale. Inhale relaxation. Exhale tension. Feel the heaviness of your body. Let your body breathe itself. Noticing what you notice. Noticing how you're feeling, the quality of the energy of your body. Relaxed, heavy, light, slow, fast, or the qualities of how your body feels, how your mind feels. Bring your awareness to your fingers and your toes. Gently begin to bring movement into your fingers and toes. And move your body in whatever way you'd like. You could reach your arms overhead or out to the side. You could clasp your hands overhead. Bring your hands onto your belly, whatever your body feels like it needs right now. Bringing your awareness to your eyelids, gently allow your eyes to blink themselves open. Noticing when you do that, what's the quality of your body now? What do you notice when you blink your eyes open? Is there heaviness, relaxation? There may be the opposite qualities of those emotions or feelings or sensations. So noticing what you notice without judgment. We're going to take a couple of breaths to come to a seated position. So do whatever you need, either coming all the way off your props onto the side or staying elevated if your body's elevated onto the side. Bring your hand onto the ground, your elbow, pushing yourself up to a seated position. Whatever, kneeling, seated, whatever. And then noticing how you're feeling. So that breath work sequence is body sensing. And when you occupy your mind with so much somatic sensory input, you bring yourself to the front of your brain, to the conscious brain, to the sensory cortical brain. So you stop that chronic subconscious stimulation of stress, the parts that we don't know that's happening. Then there's the parts of stress that we know we're experiencing. And there's the parts that we don't always know. And this is why in yoga, meditation and concentration in the mind is so important, because we want to bring ourselves away from that chronic input stimulation of the amygdala, of that primitive brain. And when you do body sensing, you're firing up the front part of your brain, and the brain isn't capable of being in a lot of places at once. So we spend so much time here visualizing these body parts, breathing to these body parts. And so if you notice that you're feeling relaxed, heavy, whatever the feelings are more in that space, then you're stimulating the parasympathetic branch of the nervous system. And this is where we digest, repair, replicate, restore. This is where hormones are produced. This is where digestion takes place, absorption, assimilation, detoxification takes place. This is the healing zone of the body. They say that it takes about 15 minutes to truly stimulate that zone. Our guided practice of meditation today with breathwork and meditation was 24 minutes long. So from coming into that position and letting our awareness go into our body, believe it or not, that whole thing was 24 minutes. It's always so amazing to me when I notice how long we were there. I could have not told you that it was that long until I look and I see the timer that I have here that tells me that time. So practicing somatic awareness, body sensing, letting your awareness go to different body parts. It's also a great way to manage chronic pain. And there's studies done where they wired the brain of people, took them through a somatic sensory experience, and they were able to see where the pain centers were being stimulated. It turns down the volume control of pain, and it turns up the volume control on senses in a focused manner. So if you do have pain that you deal with, whether that's emotional pain, physical pain, do body sensing, bring your awareness to body parts and breathe into those areas. Really get yourself really comfortable and aware with that. Great way to manage stress, great way to stay healthy. Let's move on now. Clear your space. You're going to need a block and a strap and a blanket. Take your blanket, bring your yourself onto your knees. See if you could flip your toes under. Flip your toes under, and if you are able to sit on your feet, that'll be a little extra pressure. So do what you can sitting on your feet if you can. This will require some knee flexion, which not everybody has. So see if this is available to you, and if it is, wiggle your feet back and forth so you're stretching the toes, moving the ankles to touch, and then moving them away. So moving ankles to touch, moving them away. Ooh. For those that don't feel any sensation, if you put your toes on your blanket and elevate them, you're going to get even more. Away and together. Keeping all parts of your body nice and open and limber. Okay.
So let's come on to all fours. Take your toes back, take your foot back, push through your heel, and then your other side. Stretching your calf, really push back, get your calf stretched. This is great for maintaining healthy feet, healthy balance, healthy alignment, healthy joint coordination to keep your joints stacked, keep the minerals in the bones, and to manage arthritis and arthritic deposit buildup, inflammation in the joints. And then bring yourself up, take your wrist, shake your wrists. So when we do a lot of the breath work as well, that's also really helpful for inflammation. Inflammation is what is behind a lot of pain in the joints. So let's lubricate our joints. Bringing yourself with your hands pretty wide, your knees are pretty wide. Start to push your body around in ways that you experience a stretch. So if you push your body weight back, you're not really in your wrists. You may need to turn your hands to the side, some of you. And start to push your pelvis back down, almost like you're making the shape of a smiley face with your tailbone going from side to side. You come forward a little bit, you push back through the middle. Keep your head active here, stretching the glutes, stretching the muscles that attach to the legs, keeping your hips healthy, keeping that motion in your body for walking, running, playing, all the things you want to be doing in your life. Start to go a little bit bigger. So do whatever you can to feel stretch. You want to feel the stretch in your body. And then bring yourself back to center. Push yourself back, bring your head towards the ground, and bring yourself up and come into a back bend when you come up. You come back, your belly comes closer towards your body. You bring yourself up. Feel the belly stretch when you come forward. Feel the armpit chest stretch when you go back. And then bring yourself forward. Take your hands underneath so you're in an all fours position. Let's come into extension, cow pose, tailbone up towards back wall, crown of the head up. And then let your tailbone go down the back wall, flatten out the lower back. You could bring your head down, but keep your rib cage stationary, so don't bring flexion into the thoracic spine. Inhale into extension. Exhale, let the tailbone go down, flatten out the low back, putting the lumbar into flexion. Keep your rib cage where it is. Let your head go if you'd like. Warming up your spine. And then bring yourself up. Come all the way up, giving yourself a break with your wrists. So if you do have wrist issues, you may need to modify putting your wrists on something. So find what's possible for you so you could bring the shapes into your body that we're working with to try to stretch, strengthen. Shaking your wrists. Bring yourself down. Let's come into a spinal movement that's going to be for the core, for the back of the body, for the spine. Keep your hands right underneath your shoulders. Slide your right hand away from you, your left leg away. You're going to inhale, lift your limbs up, look forward, come into an extension or a back bend shape here. Bend your knee, bring your knee towards your belly button. Bring your elbow towards your knee. If you have osteoporosis, keep your front arm forward. If you don't have osteoporosis, you could bring your knee towards your elbow. But if you have osteoporosis, you do not want to round the midsection. You do not want to put any flexion into the thoracic spine. We inhale into what's called extension. Everyone can do this. Everyone can bring their knee to their chest. If you have osteoporosis, bring your hand down to the ground. If you don't, you could bring your elbow towards your knee. Keep your head lifted. Inhale, exhale. Pay attention to the lower rib area of your chest, of your spine. You don't want to collapse in the front of your spine with osteoporosis. Exhale when you come together, inhale up.
One more. Bring yourself back to neutral. Left hand out, right leg back. Exhale. Inhale to lift. Exhale. Knee comes in for everyone. Hand down to the floor with osteoporosis. Knee to elbow without. One more. And then bring yourself out. Bring your block here in between your heels, or in between your tushy and your heels, or sit in a crisscross leg position. If you do sit in this kneeling position, bring your knees together. Take your hands down alongside your body. Exhale. Inhale to lift. Let your head go up. Let your arms go up. Reach up so you feel the stretch in the torso, pulling the ribs away from the pelvis. Turn your hands down to exhale. Neck is long, and then bring your chin towards your chest. Turn your palms up. Inhale. Spread your fingers. Really stretch here. Don't be casual. Imagine you're in a vat of honey and there's resistance in your arms on the way up. So stretching the wrists, stretching the hands, stretching the forearms, stretching your torso when your hands go up. Bring yourself up and then bring one hand down to the floor onto the fingertips. Reach the other hand up. The goal here is to bend the spine to stretch the side of the spine, compressing the discs, pressing the fluid to this side and compressing this side of your spine, lateral flexion, stretching your core muscles, stretching your low back muscles. This is important for back bending. It's important for rotational movements. If you play tennis, pickleball, golf, keeping your body healthy for that. So really keeping that midsection between lower ribs and pelvis. And then have your hands be spread so you reach up and you reach long. Really feel this. If you want to let your gaze start to go up with your hands, try to keep your arms alongside your body. For those who sit a lot, this helps to stretch the mid part of the body. One more. And then bring yourself back to center, noticing if there's an acceleration of your heart rate from that movement. When we move our arms, it's really good for immune function because there's a lot of lymphatic vessels underneath the armpits. There's also lymphatic vessels up and down the side of the body. And then right here in the neck area, near the carotid arteries, we have all those lymph nodes. So when you move in this lateral movement, you're stretching and moving the fluids and then allowing that area up here where they come back into the system. So let's do a little bit more opening, a little more stretch here. Take your hands to the side, bring your hands on top of your shoulders. Make your own rotator cuff. The rotator cuff is 4 tendons that attach to the bones here. So make your own rotator cuff. You could use 5, so you get a little extra here. And then keep your elbows down alongside your body. Slide your shoulder blades towards each other. Push your tailbone down. So if you're on a block, you could feel yourself pushing that down, protecting the low belly and the low back area with a slight posterior tilt, keeping that nice postural alignment, long spine, open front spine. So don't let your body collapse. Really work here to lengthen yourself. Bring your awareness to the back of your neck, long back neck. Push your head back as if there was a posture hook behind you.
as if you're going to lift your head up and put it on that posture hook. Exhale, elbows are down. Inhale, elbows go up. Exhale, down, and inhale, up. Keep your elbows as if they were sliding up and down a wall that you're resting up against. Push your head back as if you're near a wall. Push your tailbone down, and your elbows are going up and down a wall. Feel that stretch. Your shoulder blades are sliding up and down the back of your body, taking tension out of the back of the body. Inhale, and then exhale, chin to chest, elbows forward. Inhale, up. Exhale, out. Exhale, down, up. Inhale, exhale, down. Close your eyes if you'd like to feel this in your body, stretching the back of your neck, stretching your shoulders, stretching your chest, bringing a lot of space into your body. One more breath. And then bring yourself back. So there's 6 movements of your spine. Let's isolate that in the neck. This is a great thing to learn to do throughout your day. One of the areas a lot of people have issues with is the upper back and head and neck area. And depending on what you're doing throughout your day, many of the activities require this forward head movement. So learning how to move the 7 bones here and all of the tissue that supports your head, really important. So you have 7 vertebrae. In between each one is a disc, like a jelly donut. Let's squish the jelly side to side, forward and backwards with the movement of the head. So think about these 7 vertebrae. In between is a jelly donut. If you push your ear straight up towards the sky, you're going to press on the side of the spine here, pressing the jelly in your discs to this side here, stretching this neck. Take that hand down, reach that hand down, reach that shoulder down, reach that ear up. Feel that stretch in the neck, reaching it up, and then press your heart forward. So your spine is long, the 7 vertebrae of the neck, you're bending and stretching. Push the ear up, take one more breath, and then bring yourself back up. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Hand is down, flex the heel of your hand, reach through the heel of the hand, and then the ear goes straight up towards the sky. Feel that stretch on the side of your neck. Reaching through the heel of the hand, reaching up with your ear. Bring your awareness to your neck. You're pressing the side of your neck and opening up the other side. Let it be the side of your neck. So you don't move your chin down or anything. Your nose is pointing forward. Your chin is pointing forward. Your chin is not pointing up towards the sky. Make sure you didn't add rotation in order to get that, or the chin down towards the ground. The chin is straight ahead. The nose is straight ahead. Reach down with your hand, up with your ear. Take one more breath. And then bring yourself back up to center. We're going to rotate over those discs. So be tall, let your elbows be underneath your shoulders, let your palms be up on your thighs, setting up your shoulder joint in a neutral open position. Exhale, chin is parallel towards the ground, and slowly start to inhale over one shoulder. When you go as far as you can, stay there. And exhale. Inhale, maybe a little more or not, coming into the place where you feel the stretch and the tension appropriately. Take one more breath. It's your exhale that brings you back to center. Let the tension release, noticing the tension that was developed in your neck with doing that. Exhale, chin parallel towards the ground. You're going to inhale to the other direction. With each inhale, you explore a little more if that's possible. With each exhale, you relax. Take one more breath. And then slowly bring yourself out of tension. Feel the tension leaving. You create that tension when you're in that stretch. Inhale. Back neck is long, so push the back of your head up towards the sky as you tilt your chin down towards your chest. Feel that stretch in the upper back area. Your head did not go forward. You tilted it forward, but you don't let the whole body move forward. Elbows are in at your waist. Push your shoulders back so you get really broad across the front of your upper chest from shoulder to shoulder. Back neck is stretching. Keep pushing your chin towards your chest even more as you inhale. Exhale, relax. Breathe into the back of your shoulder blades. Take one more breath. So we were pressing the jelly back towards the back of the spine, compressing the front of the vertebra. Now we're going to compress the back of the vertebra, stretching our neck. So take your teeth together and then let your chin go up towards the sky, forward and up with length until you feel a substantial stretch that's appropriate for you in your neck area. And then hold this. Don't let your head hang back. Let it be long and tilted. Compressing the back of the spine, stretching the front. And see if you can feel it all the way to the lower jaw, to the teeth. Take one more breath. And then bring yourself back up. Noticing what you notice, let that release from your head. Take your hands, shake your hands. Bring your block off to the side. Let's come into a strong plank posture. Take your hands underneath your shoulders. Take your feet back. Either bring yourself up into plank with the legs straight or keep the knees and the shins on the ground. You decide. And then if you want to add a little bit to challenge the stabilizing muscles of the torso, take one foot out to the side slowly and slowly bring it up and back. Do that a couple of times. Go slow. Try to keep the heel pointing up towards the sky the whole time, really using the glutes, using the stabilizing trunk muscles. Even sliding your foot to the side if you're on the shins and knees. Try the other side. Strong joints. Come back to center. Take one more breath. And then bring yourself down. Come into a rest position, whatever that is for you. Kneeling, sitting on your heels, whatever that is. Close your eyes, catch your breath. Notice how the breath is very high in the chest. See if you can bring it down to the pelvis. Take one more breath. Stretch rotational muscles, get your block, bring yourself back, put your hand on your block, whatever level you need. Take your block forward, take your hands forward. So be far away from your knees. So walk your block and your hand forward. Let's take the hand, reach the hand out and up. Try to keep it pretty high, like by your shoulders. You inhale. Feel that stretch in your torso. Make sure it feels appropriate. One more like this. Come back to center. Take your hand behind your head. Keep your elbow forward. Inhale and exhale. For golf, for pickleball, for tennis, rotational muscles, core muscles. One more. And then bring yourself down. Notice how you'll feel that on the lower back on the other side. There's a diagonal pattern in the back of the body. Take your block to the other side. Begin with your hands, so walking your block pretty far away from you. Exhale, and then inhale. Keep your hand pretty high where your shoulders are, so don't let the hand go back and down towards your tushy. Keep it pretty high so you stay in the thoracic spine area. Now we're rotating the spine, compressing the jelly donuts or the discs all around. So keeping your spine healthy, secreting fluids in your spine with movement, stretching, strengthening, really working the shoulders today with this weight bearing in that shoulder joint. One more. And then bring yourself back. Take your hand behind your head. Exhale, bring your elbow down. Inhale, lift your elbow up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. One more. And then bring yourself out, come up, feel your shoulders, wrists, shoulders and wrists, definitely getting a lot of action. Take your shoulders forward, up, back, and down. The shoulder girdle is part of balance because it maintains the integrity of your spine. It gives you that strength to manage your head throughout your day, and really important to maintain that upright postural position, that healthy spine for life. So strengthening this upper body, really important for that. So we're going to weight bear again on our wrist, working our glute, lifting our legs up. So do what you need to do. If you need to roll up your mat, if your wrists are not super happy at this point, if you roll up your mat or get something to put your wrists on, or even maybe putting your hands out to the side or coming on fists for wrists, whatever you need to do so that you can manage what you need to manage. Take your hands forward. Knees are right underneath your pelvic area, right underneath the hips. Exhale. Inhale to lift one foot up, and then exhale, touch your knee to the ground. Inhale, up, knee to the ground. Reach with the sole of the foot up towards the sky, reach through the heel. Inhale, up, exhale, down. One more.
Take your knee and move your knee up, back, and around. Move that hip joint. Move it as big as you can. Stretch that hip joint. Go the other direction. It's a ball in the socket. Let it roll around. And then bring yourself back. Let's come out. Do what you need to do to your wrists. If you need to stretch them, take them up in front of you. Keep the elbow straight. Push your hand towards you. And then flip your hand up. Pull your fingers back. Take your other hand. Push the wrist towards you. Arm is straight. And then push through the hand. Shake your wrists. We're going to go to the other side. Exhale. And then inhale, other leg up. Sole of the foot up towards the sky. Reach through the heel to get up there. You inhale up, you exhale down. One more. Take your knee up, back, and down. Go big, go slow, full big circle. The other direction, let your knee go back, up, and around. And then bring yourself up. Strong hips, strong glutes. Great for posture, for balance, for fall prevention, for playing, walking, hiking, traveling. So bring your blanket to the top of your mat. We're going to come down onto the ground. So bring yourself onto the side, coming all the way down. So grateful to be down on the ground. Bring your blanket underneath your head. Bring your legs into the air. Your hands, really shake everything. Let everything settle, relax. Bring your arms out to the side. Bring your feet off the mat. And then inhale, let your legs go to one side, head to the opposite. Exhale, contract your core to come back to center. Inhale, legs go to the other side. Head goes the opposite of the legs. Back up to center. And keep moving with breath. Feel that stretch in your waist, your hips. If your low back is not happy, push your low back towards the ground the whole time you're doing this. Really keep that core contraction to keep your pelvis and low back safe. And then bring yourself back to center. Bring your feet onto your mat. Take your feet and bend and unbend them so your feet go where they are. They're not too close to your body. They just go where they go. Bring your arms alongside your body. And then you want a really thin fold in the blanket. You don't want the blanket to be too high here. You want your feet to be relatively far away from your body. We're going to elevate our pelvis, do a little bit of glute work like in this position. So you're going to push your feet into the floor. Push your feet in the floor, exhale, and then inhale. Peel your tushy off the floor and your low back off the floor, just to the low ribs. And then exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. So there's a posterior tilt of your pelvis here. You're not coming into a high bridge. You're not bringing your thoracic spine off the floor. You're keeping this isolated in the lower body, in the glutes, the hamstrings, the low back. Toes are pointing forward. Feet are block distance. So whatever the width of a block would be, or a fist. So not too far. And on your next one, you're going to come up and hold. Come up and hold. So your tushy is hovering off the ground. If you put your hand underneath, you get clearance, or maybe you feel a little flesh because you're not that high up off the ground. Your feet are only body distance. Don't have them too wide here. Then push the left foot into the floor and lift the right leg off. Stabilize your pelvis. Don't let your pelvis tilt here. And then let's bring the right foot down. Push both feet into the ground. Push your body weight over to the right. And then lift the left leg off. Bring both feet down, keep your pelvis lifted, pelvic stabilization, and then bring your legs down, your body down. Draw the knees into the chest, one and then the other. Rock across the top edge of your pelvis. Come into a happy baby. Hold on underneath your hamstrings. Draw your knees towards your shoulders and towards the ground. Soles of the feet are up towards the sky. For those that are able to just put their hands up and their feet are there without bringing the feet closer together, grab onto your toes. And draw your knees together. Grab your strap. Take your strap around both soles of the feet. And take your legs wide. Hold on to your strap. Soles are up towards the sky. Push into the pinky toe edge. Straight legs if you can. If you need to have a bend in your knees, do that. Take your legs and draw your legs towards the wall behind you. Feel that stretch in the legs. Let your pelvis be heavy. Low back is touching the floor, pressing into the floor. Rest of your torso is pressing into the floor, relaxed, stretching the legs. Take one more breath. Slide the feet so that they only come about body distance. Keep your legs straight if you can, or bend them if you want. Take your legs back. Feel the stretch here. All the way down to the glutes and the low back. Long neck. Take one more breath. Take your strap off to the ground. Bring your knees into your chest. It's time to let everything integrate back into your body, coming into Shavasana. For today's Shavasana, let your mind go through your body. Go down to your feet, to your whole leg, to each joint. Let your mind stay there while you take a breath or two. Stay very connected in your Shavasana today. Let everything relax. Kariyam Diname Akame Govinde Mukande Udare Apare Hariyam 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 Kariyam Diname Akame Gently begin to deepen your breath. Start to move your body. Feel your feet moving, feel your hands moving. Feel the ankles, the knees as they bend, the wrists, the elbows as they bend. Draw the knees into your chest. Come onto your side. Push away with your upper body to seated or kneeling. Hands are together right at your heart. Press your heart to your hands, hands to your heart. Long spine. Stack your vertebra. Create space in your spine. Slightly tucking your chin down towards your chest. Let's bring in a gentle hum to vibrate peace and calm into your body, stimulating the nervous system. Nice, calm, humming sound. Exhale. Inhale. Bring your hands to your forehead, your conscious brain, the intelligence centers of our brain, the present moment awareness. And with present moment gratitude for the opportunity of self-care, self-love, self-healing that we just took for ourselves, we bow at the hip joint in a thank you or namaste. So as always,
drink a lot of water, let everything move through your body. We shook the snow globe today, stretching, moving joints a lot, and really set ourselves up at the beginning of the practice though with a really nice somatic awareness practice, which really got us into that healing, repairing zone. All right, so can you believe that that was 24 minutes? Did it feel that long in the beginning of the class today? I'd like to know that. It's always a very shocking thing for me to see that it was that length of time. And did you get relaxed? Hello, Antoine. Is that Antoine? How are you? Nice to meet you. I don't think I've met you before. I'm Debbie. Anything anybody would like to ask or say? Oh, great. Yeah, nice and relaxing, Carolyn, right? Today had a relaxing quality, yet we did do some strength work. So there's a lot of glute work today in the practice. FM. Okay, I feel like I've seen you before. Seen you, that you're here. So for those of you that weren't here in the beginning of the class, my website is on there. Tomorrow, I'm a speaker in a summit on root causes of bone loss and functional lab analysis and how to uncover dysfunction in the body that leads to bone loss and many other aspects of disease or health. So I have a talk tomorrow. See, I don't have my glasses on, so sorry, I'm squinting. Okay, wait. Maria. Oh, okay. Hi, Maria. Let me see, Stevie. Yeah, okay, good, Stevie. And Stevie, lots of prep for walking around, a lot of glute work. Oh, good. Okay, did it feel long to you, Joanne? I couldn't believe it was 24 minutes, but really that somatic, I cannot say enough about that. Firing up your sensory cortical brain, being right here, focusing on fingers, toes, hands, palms, joints, body parts. So therapeutic for your mind to take that break. We are constantly stimulating and consuming information and disrupting this balance inside that the body is always trying to maintain homeostasis. And our mind gets in the way of disrupting that. So really important to bring that in when you can. So I'm wondering how that was for you. Yeah, Margie does do a great job at the summit, Stevie, doesn't she? Because she definitely, she's really raising awareness and finding great speakers. So I think that that's great. And so tomorrow I'm on. So I'll be on there too tomorrow answering questions. So if you have any questions, I'll be there. And then on my website, you can sign up for it if you're not signed up for it already. And if you want to talk to me about functional labs, there's a link on my website to talk to me about that. Bali is coming up for those of you that want to go to Bali, August 30th to September 8th. 9 nights, 10 days of luxury. It is amazing. It is heaven on earth, beautiful, spiritual. And if you've ever dreamed of going, it's great to go when you're picked up from the airport and you're taking care of that whole time. You feel much safer. We're practicing yoga twice a day. I'm partnering with a girl that's a Reiki master. We're going to go to practice temples and do some of the beautiful ritualistic practices there. We're going to go to a women's village to interact with women and children there. We're going to go to weavers, traditional weavers that weave scarves and fabrics. It's amazing. The food is amazing. It's one of my favorite places in the universe is Bali. And so that is on my website, the information, the cost, all the information and everything there to sign up. And I'll send out a newsletter this week on that. And yeah, love to have you go there. My Scotland trip's full. I can't do that yet. Maybe there'll be another one at the end of 2023, but Bali is coming up. So lots of great stuff to do. I hope to see you in some or all of it. And that's it. All right. I'm off to Carpe Diem. I hope you are as well. Have a great day, ladies and men, if you're out there.